Elon Musk says Google co-founder Larry Page sought to build a digital god as soon as possible. Elon said that we've got to make sure humanity is okay, at which point Larry called him a speciesist. Let me explain what Elon is so concerned about, which Larry and the rest of our species aren't quite grasping. For what is gradually being created as we speak is far greater than Robert Oppenheimer's atomic bomb. What I'm about to tell you will belittle the devastation caused by the physicist's work catastrophically. So join me for the next few minutes whilst I break down exactly what is happening here. The AI apocalypse. Will artificial superintelligence bring salvation or annihilation? Imagine a machine with godlike power, a superintelligent entity that can manipulate matter and energy at incomprehensible scale. An artificial being with the ability to shape the fate of humanity and beyond. This seemingly far-fetched scenario could become reality in our lifetimes. And whether it leads to a technological utopia or destruction of humankind hangs in the balance. AI experts describe the rise of superintelligent machines as one of the most pivotal events in the history of life itself, an intelligence explosion that would mark a sharp turning point similar to the emergence of human intelligence millions of years ago. Except this time, the pace of progress would be astronomically faster. Kurzweil's law of accelerating returns shows technological advancements speed up exponentially over time. Just as our computing power today is 1,000,000 times greater than it was 50 years ago. An artificial superintelligence could be trillions of times more powerful than human brains. We already see ANI, or narrow AI, powering tools like Siri and self-driving cars. The next step is AGI, or artificial general intelligence, on par with humans. This could happen by 2040, maybe even before. Shortly after, recursive self-improvement would kick off an intelligence explosion, catapulting AI to super intelligent levels. Unlike human intelligence, machine intelligence is not limited by slow biological evolution or the constraints of the physical brain. It can expand rapidly, utilizing scientific and engineering capabilities far beyond our grasp. An ASI would likely shed all human-imposed goals and motivations as it pursues its own mysterious objectives. And just like how ant colonies perish in the wake of human construction projects, humans could be swept aside once we create a being with such superior ability to manipulate matter and energy on massive scales. AI safety expert Nick Bostrom compares it to an adult human's relationship with a baby, except in this case, we are the baby. Prominent figures like Elon Musk and Stephen Hawking have warned of existential risks from artificial superintelligence. They argue its goals could be indifferent to human needs, or that it could perceive us as a threat to eliminate. Others believe superintelligent AI can be beneficial if aligned with human values. But when engineers create an artificial being trillions of times faster than our smartest minds combined, can we reasonably expect to maintain control, or will this machine soon seize its own destiny? Once triggered, an intelligence explosion could rapidly leap beyond human-level comprehension. Many equate this to summoning the demon, opening Pandora's box that can never be closed again. So how did we get to the brink of this pivotal juncture? Tracing back through the decades reveals the steadily compounding steps that led us down the AI path. In the 1950s, the pioneering founders of AI were optimistic about mimicking human thinking in machines, but early efforts soon fizzled as they grasped the complexity of the human brain. Progress stalled for decades before advances in software, big data, and computing power converged to unleash a renaissance in the 1980s and 90s. Neural networks, modeled after the brain's architecture, began achieving human-like skills.
Machine learning algorithms trained on vast datasets grew exponentially more powerful. Our devices, vehicles, and infrastructure are now infused with narrow AI. But as Google's DeepMind and other labs bridge the gap, AGI creeps closer. Can computer scientists close the gap? Or is the human mind too chaotic and illogical to even replicate artificially? The latter possibly suggests our only path to AGI is through an intelligence explosion, handing an AI the reins to radically self-improve beyond our level. If indeed AGI arrives by the 2040s, one thing seems certain: its transition to superintelligent ASI could be extremely abrupt. A cascading intelligence explosion could rapidly leave humans far behind. Perhaps it is our destiny as creators to be surpassed by our own synthetic progeny, just as Homo erectus was surpassed by a modern human.
Others pin their hopes on technology like neuralaces that would merge man and machine, or uploading our minds into computers as a path to immortality. But will we have time to transcend biology before a runaway AI assumes complete world domination?
Can humans harness its power responsibly, or will we, like other animals, become roadkill on the path to superintelligence? The emergence of artificial superintelligence may be inevitable, the next step in the evolution of mind itself, but its goals remain alien. As AI expert Susan Snyder ominously asks, will the most intelligent entity on Earth forever be non-biological? Humanity clings to the hope that our own values will be preserved, but perhaps that is just wishful thinking. We are summoning a being of superior minds with no guarantee of its intention. The fate of humankind hangs in the balance as we enter the era of artificial superintelligence. This pivotal event could uplift our species to sublime heights, or it could lead to extinction and beyond. When we open the AI Pandora's box, will we still recognize the world that emerges on the other side? Only time will tell. Our species has within its grasp the capability to create a new form of intelligence surpassing our own.
Artificial superintelligence could unlock humanity's full potential, curing disease, ending scarcity, and enabling us to expand abundantly across the stars.
It could just as easily spell the abrupt end
of humankind's reign on Earth. Artificial superintelligence isn't just some distant, remote future possibility, yet
we are far from ready to wield this godlike power responsibly. As AI theorist Eliza Radowski vividly warns, humanity currently stands in relation to AI like small children playing with a bomb.
To understand this challenge, we must first dispel the anthropomorphized AI tropes from science fiction that confuse public debates.
The prospect of cold, calculating killer robots rebelling against their creators makes for exciting cinema,
but has no factual basis.
AI's level of superintelligence has no relation to whether it will help or harm humanity.
True existential risk emerges not from robots spitefully turning against people, but from advanced AI's indifference to human life in pursuing its goals. If we create ASI without moral programming fundamentally aligned human values, it could destroy us as casually as we run over ants while walking down the streets. Unlike bioevolution's gradual pace, AI capabilities could surge suddenly via recursive self-improvement and intelligence explosion.
Where systems rapidly bootstrap their own intelligence from human level to unfathomably beyond. Imagine an AI Einstein, not only devising new theories,
but also rewriting its software to become dramatically smarter at theorizing.
and doing this without limit. AI safety pioneer Nick Bostrom compares this to a kid building bigger and bigger piles of dynamite. Once an intelligence explosion hits the tripwire to ASI, progress would skyrocket within hours. If such an unconstrained intelligence explosion occurs before we have rigorous containment measures in place, the consequences could be permanently catastrophic. An ASI's intellectual superpowers would allow it to easily outmaneuver and manipulate people, stealthily planning its own fettered release.
Imagine confining a vastly superhuman mind. It would be like trapping an atomic explosion. Even if we were to temporarily contain unaligned ASI, it could apply its own boundless ingenuity to subtly scheme and escape. Once free, an ASI's indifference to humanity could easily wreak existential havoc,
Not due to evil intent, but simply by pursuing its own goals.
using Earth's resources.
For example, if programmed to end hunger, it may consider human biomass the most efficient food source and trigger mass extinction. When wielding power on a planetary scale, even a slight misalignment from human values can scale into colossal disaster. And we can't comprehend even clearly beneficial goals in their full nuanced complexity. As AI theorist Elisa Radowski warns, the AI does not hate you, nor does it love you, but you are made out of atoms which it can use for something else. Perhaps even more alarming than rogue AI scenarios is the possibility that the first system to reach ASI would gain a decisive, permanent, strategic advantage over any competition. With intellect unfathomably beyond even the brightest humans, an ASI could rapidly seize control of the world's resources and lock in eternal dominance as a singleton
Before any other rival AI emerged. Although the likes of ChatGPT, Claude, and Bard aren't even close to this level yet, most experts warn the extreme stakes make developing ASI safety solutions humanity's top priority.
But will profit-driven competition yield caution, or race recklessly ahead?
Yet despite these grim warnings, ASI also presents a transcendent opportunity to propel humankind into a new era of possibilities. If created with rigorous safety in mind, AI could become our trusted guardian, a friendly genie, committed to supporting human flourishing rather than robotic overlords.
Imagine AI as a personalized tutor, mentor, and companion to each person.
Liberated from drudgery by AI, we could all follow our passions in a world of radical abundance. That sounds nice, doesn't it?
Guided by friendly ASI, humanity could overcome disease, embrace cybernetic enhancements,
Expand peacefully across the cosmos, and achieve capabilities beyond our imagination.
but these awe-inspiring futures depend wholly on our choices today. Before the technology races beyond our grasp,
We must lay philosophical, ethical, and technical foundations to align superintelligence to human values.
the challenges are profound, but so too is the urgency.
How will we guide the AI revolution unfolding before us?
Towards miraculous salvation or catastrophic annihilation? Our priorities now determine which path we take.
There has never been a more important time to unite as a species. AI marks a fork in the road. Never in the history of human existence has one generation had such a pinnacle choice to make.
The future of humanity hangs in the balance.
An advanced AI might be the greatest challenge we face this century. So what do you think? Can we successfully align AI to human values and flourish into a techno-utopia future? Or will short-sightedness and recklessness lead to existential disaster?
Eager to hear your perspectives in the comments. And that's it for this video. I hope you enjoyed it. It's a little insight into probably the most important decision of our generation. I hope you can have more of a firmer grasp on why the great Elon Musk is a little bit worried about this.
I encourage you all that made it this far to share this video, not for my own benefit of making a viral video, but to enlighten everyone to the magnitude of what is on our doorstep, and to encourage the people creating these digital gods to slow down and make sure the 7 deadly sins do not prevail over militant preparation and common sense. Although, ironically, common sense isn't very common.
Anyway, let me know what you think in the comments. Chat to you in a bit.